Good evening, Eagles fans, and welcome to your go-to source for all things Philadelphia football. Can you believe it's been a week since the Eagles left us scratching our heads after 2 tough losses? The question on everyone's mind at Lincoln Financial Field: how do the Birds get their high-flying offense back on track? Tonight, we've got the scoop straight from head coach Nick Sirianni, who's pulling no punches after a mini-bye week to reset and recharge. So, let's dive into the game plan, break down the struggles, and talk about what's next for our beloved Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's start with the rough patch. The Eagles dropped 2 games in just 4 days. Ouch. First, a 21-17 loss to the Denver Broncos in Week 5, where at least they managed a touchdown in the second half, thanks to a gritty effort from quarterback Jalen Hurts. But the run game? Non-existent. Star running back Saquon Barkley had just 1 carry for 0 yards in that second half. Then came the gut punch, a 34-17 blowout loss to those pesky New York Giants, our NFC East rivals. The offense didn't just stall, it hit a brick wall, failing to score a single point and coughing up 2 turnovers in the final drives. Philly fans, I know you're ready to forget those games faster than you can sing Sweet Caroline at a tailgate. But here's the good news. Nick Sirianni and offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo used the mini-bye week to dig deep. Sirianni told the media this wasn't your typical bye week. Shorter, sure, but packed with purpose. A little rest and relaxation, but a lot of trying to figure things out, he said. Picture the coaching staff holed up in the film room, probably fueled by Philly cheesesteaks, breaking down every play to find answers. Their focus? Efficiency on first and second downs to avoid those dreaded third and long situations. Why does that matter? Well, the Eagles' offense is converting just 34.7% of their third downs this season, ranking a dismal 27th in the NFL. That's not the kind of stat you want on a team with Super Bowl dreams. Let's talk strategy. The Eagles have a straightforward fix, and it starts with getting back to basics. Sirianni and Patullo are zeroing in on the running game, something Philly fans have been screaming for. Saquon Barkley, the former Penn State star and one of the NFL's most explosive running backs, showed flashes of brilliance against the Giants, racking up over 30 yards on the first drive alone. But by the end, just 58 yards total. Why? Because the play calling abandoned the run when it was working. The plan now is crystal clear. Run the ball 60% of the time, pass 40%, and feed Barkley 20 to 25 touches per game. Oh, and don't forget to get the ball to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, our dynamic duo at wide receiver. Brown, with his physicality, and Smith, with his lightning speed, are matchup nightmares for any defense. Keep it simple, Philly. Don't overcomplicate what's been working since the days of LeSean McCoy. Now, let's put this in context. The Eagles' offense has a storied history. Think back to the 2017 Super Bowl run, when Nick Foles and a balanced attack stunned the Patriots. That team leaned on a strong run game with Jay Ajayi and a versatile passing attack. Fast forward to today, and Jalen Hurts, the 27-year-old dual-threat quarterback, brings that same spark. Hurts, who led the Eagles to the Super Bowl in 2022, has thrown for over 1,200 yards this season but needs better protection from an offensive line anchored by future Hall of Famer Jason Kelce. Compare that to last season, when the Eagles ranked 8th in rushing yards per game. This year, they're hovering around 20th. That's not going to cut it in the NFC East, where rivals like the Cowboys and Giants are always lurking. So, what do the experts think? I caught up with fictional analyst and Eagles superfan Tommy the Talon Russo, who's been tailgating at the Link since the days of Reggie White. Look, this offense has all the pieces, Tommy told me. Hurts is a leader, Barkley's a beast, and Brown and Smith are unstoppable. But Patullo's gotta stop outsmarting himself. Run the dang ball, and let Jalen cook in the play-action game. Tommy's not wrong. Play-action passes, where the quarterback fakes a handoff to open up the defense, could be a game-changer for Hurts, who's at his best when he's got room to create. Let's talk numbers. The Eagles' 34.7% third down conversion rate is a far cry from their 2017 championship season, when they converted nearly 42% of third downs. Saquon Barkley, despite his limited touches, is averaging 4.8 yards per carry. Solid, but he needs more opportunities. A.J. Brown leads the team with 35 catches and 520 yards, while Devonta Smith isn't far behind with 28 receptions. If the Eagles can balance their attack, They could climb back into the top 10 in offensive efficiency, especially with a favorable schedule ahead, including matchups against the struggling Commanders and Falcons. What's at stake? The Eagles are 2-3, sitting third in the NFC East. A prolonged slump could jeopardize their playoff hopes in a loaded NFC, where teams like the 49ers and Lions are firing on all cylinders. But if Sirianni and Patullo stick to this run-heavy plan, the Eagles could rediscover the magic that made them a fan favorite during their 2017 Fly Eagles Fly Super Bowl run. Fun fact: did you know the Fly Eagles Fly chant started back in the 1930s? It's been the heartbeat of Philly fandom, from the days of Chuck Bednarik to Brian Dawkins' bone-crushing hits. Looking ahead, the Eagles face the Cleveland Browns this Sunday at the Link. It's a chance to bounce back against a Browns defense that's allowed 150 rushing yards per game. If Barkley gets his touches and Hurts connects with Brown and Smith, we could see a statement win that gets Philly back on track. Imagine the roar of 69,000 fans belting out, "Fly Eagles Fly," as the offense rolls. But if the Eagles keep abandoning the run, well, let's just say the Philly Sports Talk radio lines will be lit up Monday morning. So, Eagles fans, what do you think? Can Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo turn this offense around? Will Saquon Barkley finally get the carries he deserves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss a second of the action this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Subscribe to our channel for the latest Eagles updates, and let's keep the faith, because in Philly, we bleed green. Fly, Eagles, fly.